Hello, my name is Winfrey Agboleshe, and this is the Pageant Show with Winfrey, a platform created to have pageant girls share their experiences with us, as well as learn from each other, and of course, talk about topical issues as it affects the pageant industry. Stick around to see who we'll have next and to see what topics we'll be talking about. Make sure you do follow us on social media. All that detail will definitely be down there. Drop your comments, share it to that pageant girl that you know needs this content. All right, till next time. Bye. Just like life, every pageant experience is peculiar to the individual, right? For some, they're literally born with what we like to call the silver spoon of pageantry, getting all their needs at their beck and call. And for others, is literally a trenches type of situation where the hustle starting from day one. However, one thing equalizes us all, and that's definitely our desire to excel at what we do and also to clinch that title that everyone so desperately strives for. Hello, my name is Winfrey Agboleshe, and this is the Pageant Show with Winfrey, a platform created for pageant girls and pageant people generally to share their experiences and talk about issues as it affects the pageant industry. Today, I have a guest I believe is very, very unique in her pageant story, so much so that she can comfortably sit on the topic excelling in your pageant journey. All right, so her bio is very long. I'll only read a part of it. So now she is an Iba born of Umuahia local government, Rivers State, an alumnus of the Charlesdale Memorial International School, is a public health student and an international model. She represented her home state Rivers during the Most Beautiful Girl in Nigeria beauty pageant and defeated 36 others to clinch what some would like to call the most coveted crown in the Nigerian pageant system. Okay. Giving her an express shot as representing Nigeria at the Miss World Beauty pageant in December of the same year. Now, putting up an outstanding performance all through her Miss World competition, consisting of 111 contestants, she reached the top 27 in Miss World Talent competition, was part of the top 10 finalists of the Miss World Beauty with a Purpose, won the head-to-head challenge, and emerged winner of the Miss World Top Model Awards. Now, following her trail of victories, she placed top 5 at the Miss World 2019 pageant and was crowned Miss World Africa 2019, making her the first Nigerian to reach this title since 2004. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our pageant star for today is none other than the remarkable MBGN, Miss World Nigeria, and Miss World Africa 2019, Nyekachi Douglas.
Okay, now. Listening to you hype me up, honestly, my head was just...
that was not me. That was not me hyping you up.
Tell them. Tell them a little bit more about me.
And we literally just read the parts and stopped at Miss World Africa. We forgot the other. We're not forgetting it, or you tell us. We are definitely...
I'm very humble.
You're very humble.
Actually, the only thing I do right now is I sell pure water on the street.
What
I live
streets?
a low life.
The streets of heaven?
Listen. Period.
Amazing. Welcome to the show, Nyeka.
Thank you so much.
It's definitely a delight having you here.
Thank you.
Okay, so with everyone that comes here, I think it's very important we talk about foundation, right? Childhood, because I believe childhood is literally the pillars upon which our lives stand. So now, before we go into all the glitz and paparazzi surrounding your beautiful, amazing life, let's talk about childhood. What was childhood like for you?
Childhood was very, very, very interesting for me. It was full of ups and downs, and I would say probably mostly downs, but then the ups were very up, that it was such an amazing up.
Okay.
That it made a huge difference. So I've come from a low-income family at the time when I was younger, and my family, we were like literally very poor. And then my mom is extremely ambitious, and she decides that, you know what, my children must go to the school with all these rich people.
Wow, amazing.
And then I think coming from like a very low-income community and socioeconomic status and going to school with people that are of higher socioeconomic status, I think that's like, it really makes it obvious, like some kids don't know that they're poor, or they don't know how poor they are. I knew that I was from poverty.
You knew.
I was very much aware because I could see the difference in lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like my uniforms were passed down to me from my siblings. Everything I had was all hand-me-downs. And I could see the kind of lifestyle, the kind of cars that came to pick people up, and like just the difference in lifestyle, the kind of food that I ate that was weird to the other people in school, and they would always be like, food is smelling and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, yeah, like small things like that. I loved my food, but because people have told me it just smells weird, I started to hate it. And it's like, obviously, the opinions of other people around you really affect the way that you see yourself. And sometimes the things that you love, you start to hate because somebody's telling you that it's not nice. Seeing the difference in lifestyle for myself, and then I was actually quite a shy kid. I don't know if I was shy or if I was just afraid that I just wasn't rich enough to speak amongst these people. I don't know if that was what it was, but I remember being ashamed of like speaking in public. I didn't want I don't want too much attention on myself. But I think after getting to secondary school, I think I started like coming into myself. Although there's loads of things that made me hate myself in secondary school. Wow. Not hate myself, but not like things about me that now everybody wants to
have. Yeah.
Like, I think
things like what would you say made you feel that way about yourself?
My lips, like right now, Kylie Jenner and the rest of them are paying loads and loads of money to look like me.
Yes, of course.
But then you will not believe how much I don't, like, till today, I think I still struggle with wearing, like, bright colored lipstick, like red lipstick, because it's like I've been bullied so much to think that isn't pretty. Like, I was really skinny as well. People would call me HIV.
Whoa.
All types of sicknesses, toothpick, palm tree. I do love palm trees.
You do love palm trees, yeah.
And all of those things. It's like, I feel like my self-esteem was really put down. I think the only reason why I even believed for a little bit that I was pretty was because of my mom and my sister. They were always they thought I was really pretty. Sometimes I thought they were crazy because everybody else everybody else said the opposite. Yeah. But then, like,
so now let's talk about your mom and your sister. Yeah. Like, when I see, to be honest, I thought you were going to come here with her today. Because when I see you, I actually just expect to see her. Because she's always so there and so supportive. Yeah.
Honestly, you know the thing where, like, a lot of people don't take this into account, but sometimes all the people in your family, they fail at certain things just so that the younger ones can not make that mistake. I think that's for me and my family. I have the most supportive family the planet can find in terms of being in this space. I think all my family members are super athletic. They're super good at everything I'm doing, sometimes even better than me. But I feel like because of our culture, they've not really been able to explore this side. And I think me, like, having the courage to chase it head on is like, I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't have people that loved it as much as I did. Yeah. And now they're living this life through me. It's like, they're very important to me. My sister is, I don't agree with her a lot of times, but then she's definitely the hot to my cold.
Aww.
Yeah. And
the cold to your hot.
I'm definitely the cold.
Yeah, the cold.
She's the hot. She's the hot. I guess sometimes I'm cold, but to people I'm hot, but then to her I'm definitely very cold.
Very cold.
She's very, very, very hot. Yeah, she's like the hot. I'm the cold to her, if anything. Yeah. Okay. So I think everybody needs that. Like, even presidents need someone that's more, if you're more hard-headed, you need someone that's more like, I think that's where she comes in for me. She yells at people I don't want to yell at for me. And my brother as well, like, he would follow me. I think, I remember when, obviously we all know that being in the pageant industry here in Nigeria, men are going to think that you're up for grabbing. Yeah. And I think my brother quit his job, and when I won MBG, and he followed me everywhere.
Wow, yes, he did.
Everywhere. Like, he made sure that there was one particular human being that I will not call his name on his face, but Sha invited me over, and my brother was like, "Oh, I'll follow her.
I'll follow."
It's okay. I can wait there, and I think I really appreciate that.
Energy.
I wouldn't have been able to like just be like, "Hey." Another thing is, people don't understand that sometimes women because they've not experienced something like this, they don't know how to say no to certain things. I feel like if I didn't have my brother there, a lot of bad things could have happened, and I wouldn't have been able to stop it. Even though it's like, we preach, you have to stand up for yourself. It's like, when you're in this situation, sometimes it's so overwhelming.
Very true. Very true.
It just happens.
It just happens.
And it's too late to fix. You
Yeah.
know? So I'm really grateful for my family.
Amazing. So you're the last born.
Yes.
So you're three kids?
4.
Oh, 4.
Yeah, the 4th one is studying in the US.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Amazing. So now you were born in River State.
Yes.
Okay. And then how long were you here in Nigeria before you relocated?
I wouldn't say I relocated. I just moved for school. Although when I was 13, I did, I traveled very frequently. So it was almost like I was not living in Nigeria.
Yeah, because I mean, that's why the fact that we say, okay, fine, you came here for MBGN, definitely you can still feel how Nigerian you are and how used to the environment and everything that you actually are. So tell us about all of that transition, moving back and forth. I think
for me, like, I'm definitely very fortunate and I'm very grateful for the way that my life has gone, even though it has had a lot of downtimes. And Jesus Christ, I would really love for it to be better. You know, I'm not one of you strong. I'm not one of them. Let me just be the weak one this year, you know? Thank you. Yeah. But I'm really grateful for it. I couldn't, I mean, God's plan is the best. And I only want what God wants for me to happen to me. But then, I would say moving back here and transitioning into being in the pageant space has been quite interesting for me. I feel like another thing with culture, that a lot Nigerians are definitely more respectful. I feel like normally, even before I got any Western influence to I'm already rude or unconscious. I'm not trying to be rude, like I'm unconsciously rude.
Would you say you are actually rude, or you just know how to speak up and people perceive that as being rude?
I think there's that as well. And sometimes maybe people are right when they say I speak without thinking. That's definitely a thing that I do.
Okay.
Sometimes, yeah. So I think that was during my time here. I was definitely labeled very, very bad student. And another thing is like knowing what I deserve and asking for it. I think like when I asked for certain things from the people that ran certain things that I was under, it's like I was kind of made to look like a bad person when these are common things, anyone
should
that
be
is
provided.
In my position should have.
Actually have.
Yes. Yeah. And I was made to look like I was crazy, and that really affected my own health, my mental health. Like I feel like I've been through having a parent that has had cancer, and like even in that situation, I wouldn't say I definitely cried more as MBGN than I did any other time in my life.
Wow, amazing.
Well, like after MBGN, there was more times that I cried. But then I feel like that's when I really understood life in a different light, and like I got let down by a lot of people, and like I understood human flaw more. I saw human flaw and I got to understand it, and now I've learned how to deal with other people's, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's backtrack from that story and then talk about you coming to Nigeria now to participate in MBGN. Now, what were the expectations? Where was your head at? Now, considering the childhood you've had, where people had actually made fun of you, literally called you, said you're not pretty and things like that, and then you're literally coming to participate in the most beautiful girl in Nigeria beauty pageant. So now tell me, what was the trajectory of your confidence from then till that time?
Do you know what? It's like, I don't understand how I managed to still have confidence. I think that the bullying might have been a good thing for me, because my confidence stopped depending on my looks, even though I'm very sexy. Sorry. I'm sorry. I am very, very, very sexy. I'm so beautiful. Like I caused like 7 accidents when I was coming here. It's like men can't look
just
forward.
7. Those are the ones you saw.
Yes.
Sister.
I don't want to tell you the details. I don't want to go to jail just yet. Yes, I am supposed to be in jail. It's criminal to look this good.
Yeah.
But
that's the energy, please.
Listen, because I think, even though I think being bullied and being told that I wasn't pretty helped me to base my confidence off something else that wasn't just my looks. Physical, I feel like because of how fine I am, to be honest, people like me have the tendency to, not me talking about myself like this, have the tendency to base their confidence on just how they look. But I think other things, like I think my confidence was on how much I loved pageantry, how much I've dreamed about it, how much, I don't know if that's correct grammar, but if it's not, English is not my first language. How much I dreamt about it, I think that's better. And how much, I don't think anybody else that competed with me, I could be wrong, had looked, learned, studied, eaten, breathed pageantry, or
That
I wouldn't say
much.
pageantry. I wouldn't say like I know a lot. I only specify Miss World and Miss Universe. Those are the only
Universe,
things
okay.
that I really paid attention to.
Into,
And I'm gonna say it with my chest, I don't think any Nigerian woman has been. Even Abani was just a wonderful girl, and she just achieved. She is the reason why.
Are you dragging Agbani now?
No. I know. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Abani gave me the idea. Now I want to do that.
Yeah,
I think before her, I struggled to believe that she actually believed she could even do that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think she
actually knew. She was conscious of it.
No.
I get
Absolutely.
you.
There was no one. She was the first. Like, there was no one to look at. In fact, I'm surprised that there's no hope for her. Do you get what I'm saying? But then I'm not saying that I did it better than her. I'm saying that she gave me because of her, I was so
confident and sure
that I studied it so much. She made me want to be there because
amazing.
So I'm not dragging, like, Abani is definitely the mother in this situation.
Of course, yeah.
But then I'm just gonna say that seeing her, being her neighbor, going to the same school as her, and then I was 3 when she won, and I remember it so clearly. There was so much media in my street, and it was just a small, humble street for poor people like me. And then she just brought that, and that's something that I wanted to do as I grew up. And I've been watching, not just me and my whole family every time, even MBGN. Believe me, that there was barely, if any MBGNs that I missed to watch, only when when I was in my teen years, I would say when I was like 14 upwards. I don't think I watched MBGN, but me and my whole family would always watch that. It was like football for us.
Like when that was happening,
So I don't think any other woman studied it, because I feel like, I don't, if you ask me what 1 + 1 is now, I might say 7. But if you ask me certain things about how it happened, that was my passion. And I could be wrong. There could be women that studied it more, but were just not fortunate, or it just wasn't their time, or this isn't where their shine is. But I guess I can't really say that, but I definitely studied it. And I think my confidence came from knowing, or not knowing, but like,
I mean, you were too conversant with the environments that I just could. Yeah.
That was also a downside, because as much as I was conversant with it, I knew that most of the women that had come before me were light-skinned. They had more breasts than me. I was very insecure in the size of my breast. I didn't really believe it or not, as sexy as I am, I did not like wearing 2-piece swimsuits. Because I just didn't appreciate my body as much as other people, because of the things that I was told as a young
even at the time of the competition?
Yes. Yes. Even after, like, how many 2-piece swimsuits have I worn throughout the course of my life? Pageant MBGN
was one. That was the first?
There was one that I wore to one beach like that because I was trying to look fine. And then last, 2, I swear to you, 3.
3. Till now. 3. Till now.
I've just recently won another one that I just posted on Instagram, which is causing havoc for the men and the women out there. So thank you. But then
so Nyekachi in all her glory has won just 4 2-piece. All right.
Exactly. Just because of how much that I was told that the way that I appear is not necessarily very beautiful. I am entering a stage where I'm like, listen, I'm too fine to be denying the world of this beauty.
Amazing.
I need to show them something.
You definitely do.
You know?
Yes,
and I'm entering that stage now, and I hope that I continue to enter into it, and I hope that I inspire women that look like me, have similar body stature or types as me, to, just be more confident in themselves. Amazing. Like, accept themselves.
I'm definitely sure that you're doing that. So now let's talk about you being athletic, right? Which was definitely one of the things you shone at during the Miss World competition. I mean, you literally went in there from day one. We literally saw Nyekachi everywhere. I mean, you were sweeping them at the head-to-head challenge, the talent competition. Now, what was Miss World experience like for you in truth, right?
I think, I said this in a different show that hasn't released yet. But I'm going to say it here. Hopefully mine releases before yours. But I think pageantry is hope for me. I think it's hope.
How do you mean?
Because, you know that one dream that you have and you know it's not going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen. But it's still the reason why you're
still do what you do.
Something's not going to happen, but you're maybe you would. That little maybe, that's that's pageantry for me. That's that hope. That hope that one day, that hope that I'm doing this for one day, that I may be able to show the world, that one day maybe somebody that looks like me is appreciated. Maybe I am also beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe I have something to input into the world. Maybe my story matters. Maybe I can influence the world in a way that touches other people to want to make influences, to the positive influence to the world.
Yeah.
And that's pageantry for me. That was the hope for me. That's specifically Miss World. That was the hope for me, because that's the one that Abani did.
Yes. And that's the one you looked forward to your entire life.
I wouldn't say it's still, I think at the beginning. I said at the beginning, yes, in the beginning, it was Miss World, but then I think as I grew older, I became Miss Universe.
Okay.
And then, but it's definitely stayed between them two. Sorry. Hello. Is this still working? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's like, hey.
It's fine, don't worry. It's fine.
Still working.
It's working.
Okay, good.
So now you literally were there, you were shining all through all that time, right? Having that hope that one day something might happen, right? Out of me just being yourself. So something I know that we can never miss when you're in a room is your energy, right? I remember when you came for, it was weird, I was thinking about it yesterday. I remember when you came for the auditions, right? I remember doing your interview. Do you remember me doing your interview? And I remember literally asking, who wants to, before I even finished saying, yeah, that was you.
I hope my armpit's not ugly.
I literally stepped up to that. So everybody, of course, and we were talking about it earlier before we started recording about how Nigerian girls, women, and even children generally are not necessarily coming when it comes to like public speaking and all that. But then again, that's definitely made everyone like look at this girl like, okay, fine, who is this person that's all over that place? Do you understand? So seeing your energy, what would you say really fuels that energy? Like, where do you say all that energy is coming from? And would you say the energy has enough, is what it is that literally makes you excel so well at what you do through the whole pageants, Miss World, Miss MBGN and all that?
I definitely think that's probably one of my most attractive traits. One of them. There's many.
There's many.
I don't want to go into details today.
Yeah.
But call me, I'll tell you the rest. It's definitely one of my most attractive traits. And I think the reason why it's like that is because of lack of shame. I think not because I'm shameless or anything. It's because like I said, I did get bullied a lot. And at a point, it became more like I just want to exist in my, like I existed in a little corner that nobody really watched me. Now, like my brain, I don't know if it's a mental illness, but I made a situation where like at this point, nobody's watching me and I just behave myself the way that I want to behave. Like, and in school, people used to make fun of me a lot. And then I don't know if it was my mom or my friend or whoever told me, like, if you show people that it doesn't affect you, it's going to not happen anymore. True. And I may have taken it a bit too far.
Seriously,
And then like literally, people's opinions stopped mattering to me at a point. And I'm not going to say that now, like certain things that people say don't matter. But I think when people trying to define my character and tell me who I am, and if you don't say what is in me, I'm going to know. Like, I think knowing myself and knowing
yourself, awareness.
Yeah,
being self-aware.
And I think something that's very important for me was like, being myself. I hate to say this because it's so cliche. Everybody says it, be yourself. Just be yourself and you're going to succeed. No, but like being and accepting myself for myself first. Like, I don't want, when I'm acting stupid here, I don't expect you to love me. I don't expect you to be like, oh, wow, that's cool. I just want to do what is going to make Yeka happy. And I think when I went to Miss World, my goal was to be myself so much that I infect other people to drop, to throw away that.
So did you think you succeeded in doing that? Considering the fact that we had contestants from all over the world and all of that. So would you say people embraced your energy more than they actually, were annoyed by it?
Yes. Definitely. I think it's very hard to be annoyed by me. I'm that's a lie. A lot of people don't like me.
Okay.
But then I think I could feel like women not being, it wasn't such an uptight. I don't know if that's how it always is, but I think from my knowledge of what pageantry is, I don't think my year was an uptight year. I think the women were very together. I think we were all like supporting each other. We were like, we did some really stupid stuff that are not very queenly. And I don't think that would have happened if we weren't just being ourselves, you know, like,
yes. Okay,
I don't think it would have happened if we weren't just like,
yeah.
you know what, letting it go, like doing things like taking off my wig, throwing it on the floor, like just like being tired. When I'm tired, I'm tired. Like, no, don't talk to me anymore. Like just accepting that, like embracing the human version.
Yeah, of yourself. Amazing. So what would you say is that number one thing that literally made you excel at MBGN, at Miss World as well? What would you say? I know you spoke of, let me highlight. So I know you spoke about preparation, studying and knowing the pageant, literally wanting it, do you understand? Thinking of all that. And of course, you spoke about your energy and all of that. So what else would you say makes you excel or made you excel in that journey?
I definitely think it's just accepting myself. And I think it's definitely my personality. And I hate to, I'm not this, you know, like earlier I've been joking and saying very funny stuff. Like, I'm not going to say, this is not a joke, but there's literally nobody like me. I've not seen anybody that's stupid as me. I'm waiting to see.
Stupidity is literally what's selling it. What's bagging it. So girls be stupid
today. No, listen here. Let's not be guided.
Are we? Wait, you need to tell, are we being stupid or we're not being stupid?
No, like I think it's just like, that's my personality. I'm not going to ask you to be stupid because I'm being stupid. And that's another problem that loads of pageant girls
And then
make.
stupidity is relative as well.
Yeah, exactly. yes. And I think like we all have one template that we're all trying to fill. And I think my difference is I don't fit in that. Not because I don't want to fit. I tried. It doesn't work for me. And I'm just like, you know what? Since I don't fit in it,
there's no point.
They're not going to like me anyway.
There's no point.
I'm just going to be stupid. And I think that's another thing. I didn't expect to win. And everything I did because, listen, they're probably not going to choose you, but might as well have fun. That's the mindset I had most of the time. And I think that helped.
That helped you.
That helped me embrace myself. Because it's easy to say, just be yourself. But it's so hard to be yourself when there's so many narratives for what yourself should look like.
Very
you know?
true. Amazing. So now we'll talk about being yourself and then, of course, women supporting women, which I feel is very, very important and is actually another anchor for this conversation. Now we're actually delving into the hot button situation where we're talking about women supporting women. And this is definitely stemming from your reaction at Miss World when Miss Jamaica was called out instead of Miss Nigeria. Girl, what was that reaction about? Explain to me.
Honestly, like, I think I'm just, like I said, I'm just a very, very stupid person on a normal day. I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of regret it.
You regret it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, even though it's brought me so much positive light and I wish I was more comported. I wish I had a little bit of self-control and self-restraint and waited till after to scream.
But then again, if you did that, like, the world wouldn't have seen it.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I guess, but then I don't know why. I do wish. I feel like that's something that I struggled with after. I feel like now people think I'm like some really kind girl, like I don't make any, I'm like always thinking about other people, like I just want to do good in the world. But no, I'm very mean. I'm pretty wicked actually. And I think that kind of gave me a me to be.
Okay.
That's, I don't know if I was fully that me.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was trying to catch up with that me and that wasn't working. That's not me.
So wait, are you trying to say, okay, situations where you see people and they're like, oh, expecting you to be a certain way, and then you turn out to be a certain way, it's like, they're trying to match that reaction to like what they're experiencing?
I'm not trying to match the reaction because
they are trying to match the reaction.
No, I think people think I'm like super, I am pretty kind. I'm a pretty nice person. I'm very selfless and I'm empathetic. But then I feel like people just, when I go to interviews and people explain me, I'm like, wait, that's me? Okay. And it's like, I get a bit confused with it. And I feel like it's led me to think that I had to always think about other people first. I had to be the nice and kind girl that everybody wants.
Thinks,
But then like, that's not very sustainable. Like sometimes you have to think about yourself. And I learned the hard way. I want to put myself first. I want to be greedy. I want to be very, very, very extremely selfish and wicked.
I don't think that'll work for you. The way you said it, that gives you away. So now talk about your relationship with Miss Jamaica. So was that coming from a point of Nyeka just being excited for anyone who wins the crown, or did you have like a personal relationship with her?
Definitely had. So she was also we had a green, there were different colors and there were different teams, and we're in the green team together. And I think like everybody in the green team was like super, we were
tight and
we're pretty much like very, very close. We did very, very funny and stupid things together. We became sisters. We learned from each other more than competed with each other. Like, and at that point, I think before we even got on stage, I was telling her, you're gonna win. Not because I think anything, but because I had heard the questions. Not because I think the other women from other races aren't worthy of the crown. They were all very much. I was also there as well. Listen, I heard all the different questions and answers, and I thought, not just the question. I think at that point, definitely I was like, she's the winner right now.
Why? What did you say gave you that
conviction?
Go
and watch the video and listen to our different answers. And if you don't think,
I'm saying to you personally, you as a contestant, right there. What was it? At what point did you?
At that point, I looked at the different question. I'm like, she's definitely gonna win. That's one. And I also feel like I said, I feel like I could be wrong. I feel like out of the many that were there, the person that was expected from her was the person that she was.
Okay.
So out of the many, the person that was the most comfortable with herself there was, I think I would say was her.
It was her, okay.
Yeah, and I saw that this is something that you're going to have to do for a year, and if you keep on, like, I knew I had a mentality in my head that I had to be some kind of nice and like, even though that's probably me, because something in my head was telling me that's not me. That was an issue. There was also me, I'm kind of deviating, but I'm going to come back.
Yeah.
There was also me not used to being applauded for anything that I do. And then being applauded felt weird to me. And that's what
at that time, during the competition.
Yeah, anywhere, like throughout my life, I'm very, very good at loads of things. But like in Nigeria, these kind of things are not things that we care about too much.
True,
yes.
True.
And in that place, like I literally won
almost almost everything.
That was strange for me. And that's what I felt like
back to back.
Yeah, I felt like these people didn't know who they were rewarding all of this. I was worried that that person that they were giving this, it's not the person like normally people don't like
imposter
me.
Syndrome.
Yes, I think. And that I don't think I qualified at that moment. I'm not saying that I could not have. That mindset right there. That's not the mindset that you should have.
So you were struggling with the victories you even won.
Yes. I don't think at that point. And I think she was the most comfortable
with herself.
And I think she should have won. From being at camp. And then on the stage, I'd already told them, and I was just super happy. I was just waiting for them to call her name.
To announce her.
And a little bit of me was like, what if they don't call her? What if they call somebody else? Like, what if she's black? And we've not really seen much of that. Like after Abani is her.
It's her, actually. Yes.
18 years. Yes. So it's like,
amazing.
Chances are they could.
So
there was that. And then when they found out, I was like, I told you, because when I told her backstage, she was like, yeah. I was like, girl, stop. It's you.
Amazing. So now that reaction definitely blew things up, and of course, made you grant interviews all over the place and all of that. Now, would you say it overshadowed your celebration, or you being celebrated as Miss World Africa?
Say that one.
Would you say your reaction to her winning? Literally now, everybody going to the hashtag women supporting women. Would you say it overshadowed your reward as Miss World Africa? Because that was also a great fit. That's a really great fit.
Yeah, I think I said earlier that I wish I didn't do it because, oh wow, your ring is so pretty. No, thank you. I said earlier that I wish I didn't do it because, as the year during the time, I feel like I don't know if she felt like this. I don't know if she ever feels like this. But then I feel like it kind of took away from her win. Okay. And I don't like that.
Oh, okay.
I feel like, once again, I've just made everything about me, which is very irritating to me. I don't like that. And that's why I wish I had allowed her to like
Enjoy
collect her
her
crown
moment.
before making it about something else that wasn't her, because it was her moment, you know. That's the reason why I wish I didn't.
Did you feel that way initially, or was this
No,
from people's opinions?
Yes,
and all
it's
of
from
that?
seeing the way that it was received, and I was like, this is
received.
not what I wanted to happen.
Yeah. But did you have a conversation with her? Did you ever?
I've never spoken about it. I don't think. Never. I don't know. I've never been saying it out loud anywhere else. So yeah, I just don't. I think that's why I didn't like it anymore. I was like, this is not how I wanted it to go. And I hate to be the one to do that to someone. Yeah. So I try to not talk about it as much, and I try to recognize that someone that's also like the person that she is, who is so amazing. That's what we should be celebrating. We should also be celebrating that women can support women. But before that, can we also celebrate that a wonderful woman is in a place where she can make change for other women to strive to be better? Yeah. You know, I think that's what I want.
Amazing. I think that's really thoughtful of you. As you said, you're really empathetic. Thinking about all of that. I mean, it's great. I mean, some people actually even think about it like, oh, okay. But you are saying it from a point, I mean, we saw it from a point of love. I think people that knew you, right, knew you from camp, from MBGN, knew your spirited self naturally, would definitely not think that was actually from any nasty place or anything. So don't stress yourself about that. I'm sure wherever she got her celebration and all of that. And I think it's amazing. So now, what would you say that did to the trajectory of your pageant career moving forward?
I think that's something I said I was going to say something outside.
Yes.
Pageantry is not a career.
Okay.
I feel like that's a misconception that people have. And when you come into here and realize that it's only for 1 year, or sometimes you might not even place. You might not even do anything. True. So I think we need to stop seeing it as a career path. We need to see it as a internship.
Yeah, internship. Okay.
I really see it as an internship.
So now that's definitely come from a point of experience. And now tell me that experience. So what was that year, handing over and all of that? So what were the emotions that went through that brought you to this point?
I think long before I handed over, I was already frustrated, and I was like, come and collect this thing from me.
Yes, you did rent for 2 years, thanks to the lockdown.
Yeah, I think I don't want to say blame or point fingers at anyone or say this person did this or this person did that. Yeah. But I'm also gonna say I don't know how it would have been if there wasn't COVID. So I can't say so and so didn't do so and so. Yeah. But then my experience as MBGN for what I achieved as MBGN.
Yes.
I'm gonna pat myself on the back. Not that many people have done it.
Okay.
Literally just one other person.
Yes.
So for how far that I brought myself and how much I put into it, the return was it wasn't equal at all. It wasn't even like, it wasn't to be compared.
Yes. Okay.
That's a huge issue that we need to highlight.
Okay.
That's not very
encouraging.
It's not encouraging at all for myself. And if I was to tell somebody else that wasn't in here about my experience, I don't see anybody wanting to come here again. Okay. Because it wasn't the most beautiful. Don't get me wrong, there were times it was beautiful. After it, I've now learned how I can use it to make my life, open doors for myself. It's nice, it's very beautiful on my resume. But the experience...
But the experience in itself... No.
It's a make or break situation. I'm grateful that it's kind of made. I wouldn't even say that it has made me yet, but I'm figuring out a way to use it as a plus till today. I'm still figuring it out.
Yes.
It's been very useful to me
afterwards, but during, not way. So now that takes me to some of the keynotes I have here, right? Because there are certain things I feel need to be addressed, which is actually what we started talking about. Now we're talking about pageant organization support. So now there are different types of support. Earlier, you definitely highlighted how much your family definitely supported you through this journey. And I think in the Nigerian pageant space, there's certain things that need to be spoken about, which is one of the reasons why this show actually exists. So that pageant girls can actually air from a point of truth, right? So now let's talk about pageant organization supports, which is what you started talking about. So now what was it like and what would you have rathered it be?
My mother says when you have something good to say,
Don't do anything.
Just keep your mouth shut.
Okay.
I think that's where I'm going to stop. Because, not that I don't have any, there's good things.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful name. The organization has been here, very influential for time. I've been watching Silverbird since I was a child.
Yeah. So it still gave you that hope anyways.
Yeah. And like in Port Harcourt, it was the very first cinema. And I remember I used to like be so happy to go there once in every time my mother had spare change to take us to watch a movie, like on special, very, very extremely special occasions. Yeah. So I think they definitely gave me something to hope for. They were the ones that helped bring Abani. They helped me have that dream and they helped me live it as well. In terms of the things that I had, in terms of the things that could have been provided for me, there's definitely more that could have been done. I'm grateful for what they've done. I'm not being a naughty little brat. But so much more could have been done. I want to see an organization that is centered around the woman and what she has to do. And not one that's centered around sending someone out. And I feel like after the pageant, after the international competition, you're not important to them anymore. And even before you go, how much is really being provided for you? Trust me, if Nigerian, I'm not even going to say Nigerian, African women had even a little bit more people. I want someone that is passionate about pageants to own this organization.
To own it.
Not someone that it's nice to have, someone that's influential, someone that has the money to do it, someone that has the connection. I want someone that's passionate about it, preferably a woman that can understand the struggles of a woman. Managing a woman is a difficult task and you have to give it to them. You have to think about her hair, her makeup, her nails, like the kind of place she lives in. She can't just go and squeeze in anywhere. She's a woman.
She's a woman, yeah, true.
You know, like I feel like I didn't really love the experience of being a woman during that time. All the time. And you should always love being a woman. I didn't love it very much during that time. It could have been so much better. And I'm not saying this to paint a black paint across Silverbird. They did what they could do. What they're used to doing. They don't, I guess maybe they don't even know how it could
Struggles,
be.
True.
They don't know how much it affects the woman and their men that run this organization. They don't know how it affects the woman. And they had one woman inside there, Madam Augusta. I don't even think she's still there anymore. So it's like, how much are you thinking of the woman? How much is her well-being being looked at, her mental health, the things she wants and the things she needs? And I feel like we're not really making it about the right thing that we should make it about right now. I feel like we're not making it about what she can do. We're not making it about how she can touch people. We're not making it about the influence she has or what she has to say. You're Nigeria, you're Rivers. You're not anything else but that. And I think something I would really appreciate, not just now, not just Silverbird, but from the whole world, the whole pageant industry is the woman behind the sash. Like,
what does she care about?
Yeah, you know, like myself as a person, like even before I shade, let me shade myself as well. Like there's so many people that I know and love from being at Miss World that I know their country. I don't know their name.
True.
How about we start
celebrating the woman, the person, the personality,
and not the country,
not the country. But yeah, I mean, it's a means of culture, tourism and culture. But
I get. Yeah. But yeah, I know we want to push tourism and culture. I know we want to do that, but then the woman.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you're even doing that on a world stage, it's even understandable because I mean, they have to do what they kind of learn. I don't know, but I mean, over 100 contestants. But I think I understand you come from the point of even the organization they're coming out of. Do you understand? Them understanding you as the person that you are, knowing, because I know there's something, I think I was previously there when you were preparing for the Miss World competition. And I know you wanted things a certain way. I know you wanted your hair a certain way. You wanted your costume a certain way and all of that. But then again, people were more interested in what they thought you should look like.
Exactly.
Or how they wanted you to fit into that world stage, as opposed to thinking of how a Miss World, a Nigerian representative to Miss World, should stand out as a Nigerian woman, which I feel is something you actually struggle with. But I mean, very well said. I think all of this is actually very, very important. So now let's talk about government support when it comes to the pageant space.
Yeah.
Does that exist?
That does. It does if you are connected.
Okay.
And that's where Silverbird can play a good role.
Okay.
Yes, that's where that they can have the influence because they do work in government.
True.
Well, they know people that. So I think that if our government even thought Miss World and Miss Universe as important as football, listen, you don't know. I don't even want to get into details on how amazing our women are and how the lack of preparation is the only thing that's holding us from bringing back-to-back crowns.
Yeah, true.
I don't know how Oluchi did not bring back that crown.
Yeah,
I'm not faulting her. I'm saying somebody failed her.
Yeah, because we have amazing personalities going to that stage back-to-back.
I went to school with that girl and she's extreme. Like when somebody has social media kind, like she's actually been a kind person since the beginning. Like she didn't just start halfway.
Yeah.
And like that person, I was like, I don't even know why I'm wasting my time. I was like, let me just hear that. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like.
But let me speak up. Since we're there, how did it feel crowning her though?
So
like literally,
I had a crush on her brother, like for my whole high school experience.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a crush on him like the whole time I was in secondary school. He was like in my set and he was like really smart and super good looking. He was like the it boy at that time.
Oh wow.
And then I never said that. I never admitted it. People no. But yeah, it was really nice to crown her. And I think I was very confident in who she was. And I knew she was gonna make so much. She's such a smart woman. She's so amazing. I was very confident in the impact that she would make. So like, I was very happy. I was really worried that, and I was very confident in the kind of woman that she is in sense. I feel like she would be able to ask for what she needs. She would not be shy like me. She wouldn't be like, they wouldn't tell her that, oh, you're doing too much. And she wouldn't go in and try to fix her own personality or talk down on herself. She would be like, oh, but she'll be able to speak up to people, and that gave me so much peace. And when I gave her the crown, I was like, thank God.
Yeah, someone that can match up the energy and get what she needs. Yeah, amazing. Okay, let's talk about sponsorship support. So now, going for Miss World preparation and all of that, a lot of people tend to reach out to designers and all of that. So how did that play out for you?
I'm going to throw shade on one of your friends here.
Oh Lord.
Do you know what's like for MBGN, Bimpe Onakaya has she probably has angel wings hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
Actually an angel. This whole time she's been fooling all of us.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, she done so much for me, but then she reached out to Ricardo and for MBGN if she could make a dress for me. And she said no. Or she said she'd talk, she didn't answer.
She didn't.
When I was going to Miss World too, she didn't answer me.
She didn't answer again.
And then it's like, now you want me to do shoes for you, but like you didn't really believe in me.
Then true.
But don't get me wrong, Ricardo herself is such a beautiful human. Like she's such a kind person. I can see myself in her. Like I see that extremely. Like sometimes, I mean, like, how can you believe in somebody that you don't know?
You don't know.
Really?
But then again, Ricardo, when it comes to pageants and dresses, she's literally always busy. So it's possible. And maybe she didn't, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe something was up during her
and it's okay to like, I just see, I can see this in somebody. Maybe I can relate more to this person. I can relate more to this person.
Yeah, true.
But not to you. It's not that if you do happen to, congratulations for you. But right now I see this and that's fine.
So that's one of the people that didn't necessarily respond. But then again, do you get responses from other people now?
Who made my sister made my dress.
Oh. Like by hand?
Yes.
Oh,
she made my dress.
Amazing.
My sister made 80%, 90%
true.
of all the fits I wore at MBGN and some that I wore at Miss World as well. And then for Miss World, Mr. Frank, I really wanted my dress made by him because he made a Banny's
dress, true.
Yeah.
I know you're very intentional about that one, but what happened? Was that the case?
Yeah.
Oh, he made it.
He made it for me.
The green dress.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
My favorite. That's like, I'm keeping it one day when I get like super duper popular, I'm gonna like auction dress. Like it's gonna be like that Marilyn Monroe dress.
Yes. That makes a whole lot of sense. Now, pageant vendor support. I think we can fuse that with sponsors as well.
What's pageant vendor? Because I don't know.
The dressmakers, the hairgivers, all that kind of stuff, right?
For me, like I feel like I didn't get much support from outside hands. I think my family were very hands-on. I did get from like Bimpe Onakoya and the people that she knew, Mr. Frank, Maya Tafo, Nita Roberts is a really small designer that like chased me down and made this dress for me. Okay. And I feel like she hasn't really gotten the recognition that she deserves, even from me. I feel like I could have done better for her, and I'm so sorry. And I hope one day that I'm able to correct that wrong. Yeah. But in terms of all these other mini chikum things, I don't feel like Levenchi. Oh my gosh, she came.
Wisdom Franklin. Oh wow, I was waiting for you to forget that one. Whenever I see his pieces on you, it's like I'm looking at art. Beautiful.
We share like the personality. The fit matches my personality.
Yes, it does.
So I feel like yes,
he gets you.
Yes. I'm saying yes. Yes to him all the time. Yes. Always yes. And forever yes.
Okay, so now the last one was contestant support. But yeah, we spoke about that as well. Talking about how you guys bonded really well and all of that. So now I'm going to close this and I'm going to pick this up. Now, from Miss World, a whole lot has happened, right? Speaking about your charity. Now, I know you're really passionate about Makoko because I know you went there even before you went for Miss World. So now what other charity or charitable things have you been up to?
Honestly, like I said, I feel like people made me feel like I had to be extra kind, and I've just decided I'm not going to be kind again. I'm going to be wicked.
Okay, so which one did you do? Which kindness did you do from the bottom of your heart that you wanted to?
Obviously, like working with Makoko, it's been wonderful. It's also been very difficult. I've been trying to build a toilet there for years and years now, but like it's so hard. Like there's a thing where they want you to just fund it and they'll do, but I want to do it myself.
You want to do it yourself, yes.
And that's a big difficulty with them. It's because they're giving me so many this and that, not replying me, taking so long. And I'm not always in Nigeria.
True.
So it's like, I have to wait for that response. And like, literally, I've been ready to build a toilet there since 2021.
21, okay.
Till today. Like, literally, nobody's like, I've brought people, I've engaged contractors, they've made this thing, and it's like,
oh yeah, time to
they're
move,
always
but then
sick.
Again,
something's always happening. And it's like, that's another thing I should have probably built a stronger relationship with them before I started taking up a project. So I'm not going to blame anyone. I'm going to say, there's somewhere that you can be better.
True.
So next time be better.
True.
So there's that. There is, I think now what I want to do is, we always speak about charity. We always speak about doing things for other people. And I think I'm in the place where I want to be kind to myself. And I think my number one, my priority, currently my number one charity case right now is myself. To pay attention to myself and to love myself, you know, and to use my charity for myself as a way. I'm going to start with myself and then I'm going to expand. I think something that I'm really passionate about now is protecting the dream. Like, I feel like when you're 7 years old, the thing that you want to do, the thing that you're obsessed with, and the thing that you do when you're older is so different. They almost teach you out of your dream. And I think what I want to do now, what I want to work in is to just be in a place where I'm able to protect a child's dream and allow them to sit in it. And I like to see it possible. We don't have the luxury to dream here in Nigeria. That's a luxury to have a dream.
True.
You know, and I think what is important now for me is to chase my dream, achieve it, and then use that to help other people chase their dreams.
Very
you know,
true.
like, and to protect my goal right now in this life. You ask me, Yeka, what do you want to do?
What is your aspiration in life?
I want to be a woman that can influence people's lives in the way that they want to chase their own dreams and not do what other people want them to do.
Yep.
Yeah. So that thing that you said that you were going to do when you were 7 years old, I want you to be able to say, I did it. I tried it and it didn't work. Or maybe it's hard, but I tried, I worked towards it. Even in the midst of, I did that. I think that's the most attractive, the sexiest thing anyone can say to me. It's like, I actually did it. I actually tried to do it. It didn't work. but I did it.
Amazing.
And I want that to be the story. I want I want to hear that from everyone. I want people in Makoko that want to be footballers to actually do that. I want people that want to draw. Another thing I want to see, I don't want to see a teacher that didn't dream of teaching as a young person, teaching. Okay. I want a place where the people that are doing things actually have passion for those things. No matter how small it is, no matter how insignificant, even if it's selling, even if I want to own a restaurant, I want to own a supermarket, I want to be able to say that I started a small kiosk in front of my house. I think that's so important for us to be able to do. Even like when we think of, oh my God, I'm pouring out. When we think of chasing our dreams, our country has, and the way the world has set up itself, we can't, it's now a luxury, and now we think we have to do it the biggest way. I want a place where we can at least just start and try and hope, you know, like I want to be that hope, you know, no matter how hard it is. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes you might be poor through it.
Yeah, true.
But I want that to be an option that I can at least try to chase my dreams. That's my goal.
Amazing. And as much as I'd like to end there, because that was really, really inspirational for me, I have this question that would just bring everything to an end, right? So now we've definitely done BBC, CNN, Fox News Daily. Yuki, how are you even here right now? Thank you for coming. And of course, African Achievers Awards. Let me see. There's so much here. So now for Nyeka, there's also Forbes somewhere, guys. For Nyeka, moving forward, we've spoken a lot about your dream and what you want to do. What is that thing? What does that dream interpret to? What are we hoping to see you do now moving forward?
I think I'm going to start by saying you're a huge inspiration to that right now with what you're doing. Oh, wow. Yeah, like seeing you do this. I think I love to be in front of the camera. Like I said, I don't get shy in front of the camera. Maybe on stage, but in front of I'm supposed to be. I'm too good at this. Like, you love me. This, like, ask these 3 cameras now. They love me.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, but that's what I want to do. I want to be in front of the camera, be it in films, be it on the runway, it.
We love you on the runway.
Something.
And yeah, you did a show right beside Naomi Campbell.
Yeah. Phenomenal. You know, like. I'm a big girl, you know. I'm not very big. I could be bigger, but I'm very grateful for where I am. Yeah, and I think that's what I want. And now what I want to do is, like I said, I did tell you that I was going to be starting my own show. I have not told anybody this.
Yes, but when we have exclusive.
But yes, premium right from the sauce.
Yes.
Very, 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 very sweet sauce, by the way. Probably chicken sauce or something. And I think, like I said, you're inspiring me. So like you said, there's so many things have made you not want to do it. You want a TV station, you want to this, and now you've just come to the point where you've made a decision. You know, I'm just going to start it myself. Small or big, fat or skinny, you know, tall or short. Like, let me do what I want. And that's inspirational to me because I want to be able to say, like I said, I'm just going to do it.
Just do it.
Worry about it later. Worry about the feels. But I want to be in liberty enough to like, just do it. Like, so yeah.
So that brand, just do it. You guys, you have a podcast you sponsor.
Listen, just do it. This is my beckon to you to come and sponsor this. Winfrey is an amazing woman and you are lucky enough to even be in her mind space. So now if you have the money, you better throw it at her in millions. Maybe billions?
Maybe.
She likes billions better.
Yes, billions better.
So yes, we'll be waiting for your call. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nyekachi. Always a vibe, always the right energy. You're such a delight. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely enjoyed talking to you. Yeah. And thanks to you watching. I mean, definitely, you know, we're always serving this here. Back to back to back. So make sure you do not miss any episodes. Watch, save, like, download, share, do anything you can do to this video, right?
Even you can even insult her. Fine, just do it in the comments. Share it to your friend. Let them come and insult her as well. Then they should continue to sharing it. Bad press is also good press. Good press. She would love that.
Yes, of course. Thank you. All right. Until next time, it's your show, The Pageant Show with Winfrey. We'll see you. Bye.